Bienvenidos. This is Karen.
Oh, this is Bonnie. I knew there was some reason she wanted to do the intro.
That was it. It came to my mind. I'm bilingual with 7 words, so I'm going to use it. But we've got a Lettersode coming, and just wanted to tell you thank you guys for ordering all our merch. You all are amazing, and thank you, and we've got more coming.
Yeah.
And find us on all the Instagrammy, TikTok, Facebook group places. And thank you to our sponsors. If you want to sponsor us, if you think this fine quality work is worth $7 a month, we would appreciate it. It helps us do so much. And just go to Deconversion Therapy Podcast. You'll see a little button there. And we do Zoom parties. We have such a great group and it's fun. And yes, Bunny reveals herself.
That sounds gross.
I know. And we're like, put your clothes on. But anywho, thank you for listening. Yeah.
Wildly inappropriate.
And before we get into the Lettersode.
Okay. I said yesterday I have something that I wanted to discuss.
Right.
Okay. On Christian Nightmares?
Christian Nightmares.
Christian Nightmares. Okay. He put a thing, or she, I'm not sure. It's a guy, right? But
yes.
The hair tricks me every time when I see the avatar. Okay, so puts a picture of Jesus at a door, knocking on the door, and says, caption this. So I was all ready with my favorite joke that no one liked from over a year ago, where I thought it was hilarious that the person on the other side was saying banana who, because it's that old knock-knock joke that goes, let me just explain. It's a lot to think about.
It's a thinker.
So it's a thinker times 3. So because you assume Jesus is on the door going knock, knock, and they go, who's there? And he says banana, and they say banana who? And he keeps saying banana till he finally says orange, and they say orange who? And he says, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? And then it's over. And there's a relief. And then they're like, I'm still not answering the door. So he put the same thing up, and it was Jesus on the door on the outside, and it said caption this. And I can't tell you how many people were saying the caption should be, open up, I have to take a big dump. Or a big shit.
Yeah. The old poop jokes.
But they didn't even read the other captions that were suggested to go, oh, someone already said, open up, I've got to take a shit. And they still felt like, I'm going to chime in with my shit joke. So fine. So I'm scrolling down thinking, this is great. No one has said banana who or anything. What? I know. So until I get to one guy and his caption was, aren't you glad I didn't say banana? And I was like, oh my God. And so I thought, okay, did this guy take my joke? A, sad first thought. I acknowledge. Did you steal my lame joke? Then I looked him up on TikTok, and this guy might be related to me. I like to think that my life has been a parent trap situation and that I have a twin somewhere that my mom never told me about and has been hiding from me, and that this guy might be it. I'm so excited because I started looking at his Twitter stuff, and it's all the same shit that I love in life. He recently made a reference to a, here, I'm going to send you this. Okay, so as recently as 2 days ago, he made a reference to Buddy Cole. If you don't know that, that's Scott Thompson's character from Kids in the Hall from the 90s.
Wow,
okay,
that is you.
I know.
You would get it.
Yeah, but it's great because what he sent out, I'm going to text you right now. It says, I found a nutcracker that stole its outfit from Buddy Cole. He said, so of course I bought it. And the outfit that Buddy Cole is wearing, it's this super gay, like silver lame with little plastic cutouts where the boobs are and his nipples are showing through, but it's a man. So, and he's got sparklers. But yeah, this nutcracker really does look like the Buddy Cole outfit. So I kept going. And his whole, repertoire of shit that he's posted recently. Paul Lind, that's an old one. With who is it? Your idol, Roz Kelly, a.k.a. Pinky Tuscadero.
Oh, my
from
God.
Some old TV, special that was on. Then I start looking and I look at who he's following. And it's not like just, all the big names of people in comedy, but it's like my old improv teacher from UCB in New York. Who's that guy? He's not a big guy. And like the same, like Richard Ayoade, who I think is so cute and funny, who's British. And, just random little, like the guys from, I don't know, what's it called? I don't know what it's called now, but like James May and the three guys who used to be on Top Gear. Anyway, yeah. So blah blah blah. So it's all of my people, and so I look at his. I look at all his tweets. It's just like my personal Twitter account.
He's stolen your material.
Anything. Maybe he'll get one like every now and then, but he keeps going. And it's always the same bullshitty jokes that are funny that no one's laughing at.
But you're just rolling on the ground going,
but
that's my joke.
You, this must be my brother. So if by any chance he's a listener, I've explained to you who you are well enough by now. Let us know, and that's it. So,
okay, now I've got to find him on there because...
Well, you could, but that's the easy way. I'm hoping he's a listener and has realized, oh my gosh, that was my Buddy Cole joke. All right, so that's a rundown of who it is. I'm not saying your name. I just want to know if you're a listener and you recognize yourself, let us know. That's all.
And you're adopted.
Yeah.
We need to know.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Have you seen like the people, I think it's called Chimera, where you might have like different color eyes or like different asymmetrical face, and they get DNA tested and find out that they were a twin and they absorb the twin, but the twins stuff comes out in them?
No.
Isn't that great?
Oh.
So I used to have a crush on Andy Garcia, the actor.
Why
and
not?
My brother's like, he like had an arm on his stomach or something when he was born because he had a twin. I'm like, okay, well, ruined. Thank you for that.
Well, he had it taken off.
So he says. Well, what I've been doing is I got stuck on Advent Calendar TikTok, which is probably old news by the time you hear this. But okay, first it starts with the woman whose, I think, boyfriend buys her an $800 Chanel Advent Calendar. And she opens up like different days and it'll be stickers. Or like if you bought jewelry from Chanel and it's in a little bag, it's just the bag for a day. Like it sucks. But then I kept going and looking at other ones. One, I should have gotten, at least for my kids, the what are those potato chip? Oh, Pringles, where you get a different little flavor of Pringles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I like
Is it just
Godiva.
one
Get
chip?
Godiva. I can't. No, it's one of the miniature little snack packs.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's fun. You get a different
that's
flavor each
cute.
time. But so then they're like these scam ones that people are buying. So this one lady is like, okay, I like Broadway shows. My mom bought this off of Facebook for me.
Uh-oh.
So already she has to like tape it. It's like peeling off.
Sure.
She opens the first one And it's like a little figurine from some fucking toy. And she's like, oh, yes, this must be from Jersey Boys. She opens the next one, and it's a little toy truck. She's like, I guess this is Grease Lightning. I mean, nothing to do with it. So I'm going to send you, and you can watch it. Another person gets their husband the D&D advent calendar.
It's a Smurf.
Oh my god, that's actually from Demon Slayer, excuse me. She's a little...
Oh my god.
That's actually kind of cute.
People are just going to flea markets, rounding up shit.
Look at the last one.
Oh my god, why is Cinderella in there?
I know. She pulls out a Cinderella.
Oh, sorry, Snow White.
Oh, yeah.
What the hell?
There's nothing. All the things, like, make
There's
no
nothing
sense.
Dungeon nor Dragon.
Right.
Another Smurf.
And a D&D calendar. So everyone's going crazy for all this, but that's it,
That's
Bonnie.
hilarious.
Next year,
Yeah.
we're just going to get all the shit that we were going to throw in the garbage and do our own advent calendars, like, you know, and we'll call it something magnificent, like some niche thing. Oh, let's do the Beatles advent calendar. And like day one, I use nail file.
A Smurf. No one has...
A melted Smurf.
All I want is
I'm
a
just
Kegener.
loving it. Yeah. Well, see, that would be special. So that's what I've been doing. Anyway, let's read some letters. And hey, if you guys have a funny true story, please send it to us. We've got a little form there on our website. Again, it is Deconversion Therapy Podcast. I don't know if you know that. And it's a dot and it's a com. And click on that, send it. We'll read your name or not. It tells you stuff. And just have fun with it because every time we do these, we're happy. Okay, you want to read the first one?
Yeah.
Bon.
Okay, so this person says it's okay to use their name, and your name's Lindsay. So here's your story. My story. Love the podcast, Karen and Bonnie. Thank you. Always a nice thing to hear. Says, here's a quick funny. Somewhere along the way in my Christian school, quote, season of life, navel piercings became a big trend. Oh my God. I can't imagine
they're
that
back.
being...
They're back.
But I can't imagine that being like sanctioned by the church going folk. Anyway, let's find out.
Little sluts.
I don't remember when or where, but someone in that Christian school talked about how dangerous they were because they could cause infertility.
What?
I don't know.
Where do they think their belly button is?
Flash forward to college. At a state school, not a Christian college.
Yeah,
a number of years later, belly button piercings were not nearly as popular anymore, but my friend in college said she was thinking about getting one. Upon hearing her desire for said piercing, I calmly told her, if you do get one, be careful, because if the person doesn't do it right, it can make it to where you can't have children. Oh, no. I said this to her in a room of 5 or 6 of my college girlfriends, and they all responded by laughing hysterically. By that point in my life, I found it pretty funny, too. Oh, my God. That's fantastic.
The whole thing with like the naivete. So I saw a video of a woman and she said she was in college. And because she grew up strict Christian and really sheltered, they were talking about one of their friends who had just had a baby, and they were at a party talking about that friend. And she kept saying, oh my God, her butt must hurt so much.
Oh, no.
And everyone's like, what? She's like, oh, her porch probably can't sit for a while because her butt. They're all like, okay, let's pull you aside. Where do you think? And she's like, what?
Oh my God. I love those things, though, that have just gone way too far out of control before you learn the truth.
It's so embarrassing, but at least You can blame your parents.
P.S. Let me tell you, I went to get a pedicure yesterday, and they've got the chairs that do the massage and everything. This one had something on the bottom that said airbag seat. And I'm like, well, I'll find out what that is. So it inflates, and then all of a sudden, some roller comes right up your butthole.
I know exactly.
When did that become a thing?
And the thing is, like, everything else is sort of ball shaped that does the rolling. That one feels very triangular. And it's like, I do not.
But is that that's clearly a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Okay, so it reminds me of this other thing that happened once. I was on a tour bus, one of those double-decker tour buses that's open-aired, and I had a bodysuit on. And, you don't think about it because pretty much it's just like a shirt that stays nice and tucked in. Fantastic.
Right.
All of a sudden, the bodysuit unsnaps, and I'm like, why is there movement down there? Why is there movement down there? But that was the same feeling that I had yesterday where no one told me a big giant knob was going to come massage my hoo-ha. Oh, my God. Anyway, want to read another one?
I think I will. Okay, this one is anonymous. Hello, ladies. I love you.
Yeah, that would have to be anonymous.
That's so sweet. I'm a PK, a PGK, and a PC. Boy, the stories.
Wait, what's the C? I know P is pastors.
Okay, so pastor's kid.
Yep.
What is a PGK?
Grandkid.
Oh, good. And a pastor's coach. A pastor's...
See you next Tuesday.
That's it. It's a pastor's con. I could co-host an episode with you. Presbyterians' purity culture didn't exist. We were more liberal. I know. We thought that you all were sluts.
What's that
knew
about?
that. So we had sex ed with our parents where they admitted masturbating was normal along with all sorts of other no one wants to know this about your parents information.
Wow.
I can't imagine.
Well, now I am, and it's really not good.
Did you get the sex talk? Did your mom give you a talk?
I can't remember it, but yes.
So I remember my mom like sitting me down. I remember their bedroom where you probably did in the back. And, anyway, it was disturbing and I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was disturbing, but as Bunny knows, my dad would leave me little cutout articles on my toilet seat to just, stick that in there about heavy petting leads to acne and other things. So that's fun. They did this by physically moving from the middle of the room to the yes or no side of the room. So the youth pastor would say, masturbating is normal. And the parents then who agreed went to the yes side. So
they
we
made
all
you
knew,
claim where you stood on things?
Yes, but they made the parents do it in front of I guess everyone in the youth group.
And other parents.
So we all knew who was awesome in bed and who wasn't. Oh, that's so terrible. Can you feel my 13-year-old self dying? No, I can feel my 50-something self dying. No need to discuss how much cooler my mom's image was with the youth guys after that. Oh, that's so disturbing. We also passed around all forms of birth control, and of course my friend dropped the spermicidal foam on my lap.
Oh, God.
So I smelled like a condom for the rest of the day. Though the smell may have been stuck in my nose from practicing the condom application on the bananas. Oh, my God.
That's
so-
wrong. That's
that
just
is-
wrong.
It is. Like, maybe our Baptist church that just yelled no loudly all the time would have been less destructive. I can't. Okay, so I'm just picturing, and I'm just going to put into your mind
Please
a
don't.
a certain guy I dated, and I was best friends with the sister. You know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
And they say masturbation is okay. Picture those parents walking to the yes. there's no coming back from any of that
Oh my
type
God.
of situation. I would have just looked at my parents and been like, you don't move. You don't go to the yes. You don't go to the no.
You don't
You
move.
go, what is that?
You go no
right.
Inglés. Oh, wow. That's just wrong on so many levels.
I know. And too much. All right.
Wow. All right. Want to do one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got to heal from imagery, so do one more.
Here's another one. I grew up Protestant, not any specific denomination, just whatever my mother and I could walk or bus to. That is poorly thought out. My mom had been raised Catholic and told me all sorts of things that Catholics do that are wrong, such as praying to saints. Yeah, sure. I hated Catholics until 5th grade when I learned my teacher was one. And even then, I still thought it was a bad religion, even before I deconverted. Around 12 years old, I decided I didn't believe anymore. But my mom said that as long as I lived at home, I had to go to church. So I did. It took me going off to college to fully deconvert, so for the rest of this story, I'm non-committal about it, but not deprogrammed. Around the age of 16, my grandmother, a devout Catholic, that's always how it is with the Catholics, right? They
always
start
devout.
with like your patriarchs and it trickles down. Let's see. Devout Catholic for most of her adult life, went to the hospital for the last time. My mom and I joined the rest of the family, mostly lapsed Catholics, in the hospital, and then to Grandma's house waiting for the hospice worker. Grandma died pretty much as soon as she was settled into her hospice bed. It was sad, but she had been sick for so long, we were mostly happy that she was no longer suffering. After lots of crying, one of my aunts said that Grandma wanted all of her grandkids to have one of her Virgin Mary statuettes. They didn't mean anything to me, but they were a reminder of Grandma, so I was eager for mine. I even had to be talked out of taking one that another cousin had broken as a kid and was claiming for that reason. That's cute. As soon as my mom and I were alone together, she made me promise I wasn't going to pray to the Virgin Mary. Yeah, Mom, I grew up only praying in church to keep up appearances. We didn't even pray at meals, and nowadays you have to threaten me to get me to church. But handing me this bit of glass is going to turn me Catholic. I was so worried Mom wouldn't let me keep it, but she did. I'm now an adult living far away from my mom, and I still have my Virgin Mary on a special shelf with some pretty rocks. I haven't prayed in years, and certainly never to her, but I love having a reminder of Grandma to look at. More importantly, I'm so glad to be away from my mom and the church. Thank you so much for your podcast. It's a great break from serious deconversion work. Aw.
That's very sweet.
That's
and
cute.
I'm also wondering if the Virgin Mary is happy to be away from the church.
Right. Thank God.
She's like, road trip, we're out of here. Oh my God. Let me do one more just for funsies. You know, I really don't like the word funsies or kiddos, and I want everyone to know that. Or the word yum. Hate those. Anyway,
I don't
this
like the
is
word
from
doggo.
me either. I don't like fur babies. Anyway, this is the last one. This is from Stefan. Wow, it's Stephen. All right. I have so many stories, but I'll share one that is among the weirdest this time. For about 8 years, my late teens and early 20s, I was deeply involved in a non-denominational evangelical church in Delaware. So,
I got out of the car in Delaware on a road trip once and saw the most handsome collection of men I've ever seen. So that's my impression of that state.
I like that they were a collection.
I know.
Even though I loved it at the time, I realized nowadays that I was basically a slave to the music ministry, rarely taking a Sunday off.
Yeah.
I know, I was soloing all the time. Right, Bonnie?
You mean masturbation?
Our worship leader at the time, let's call him Chad, was a man lacking a great deal of musical talent whose redeeming quality was his leadership and speaking ability. Oh my God. I've got a lot to say about this. I just reposted something where I was like, people need to be nice to us ex-Christians because if you couldn't sing, it didn't matter in church. They let you sing. If you weren't a leader out in the real world, they're like, teach Sunday school. Like, there were so many things we thought we did well because they just shoved us wherever. Anyway, so he started a college-aged ministry in the church, and being a college-aged musician myself, he looked to me as his worship guy as he took on a pastoral role in this ministry. As he began to read deeper into the prophetic side of the Bible, he started to feel that there was more to Christian life than what the pastor of our church believed. A more Holy Spirit-driven way of life. The group grew in size to over 20, and the decision was made to begin getting together on Thursday evenings for prayer meetings, in addition to our Sunday morning, Sunday school hour sessions.
Wait, what happened to Wednesday? Wednesday's the rule.
I know. They're obviously, they think they're Christian. Give me a break. One evening early on, I experienced something unlike I had ever witnessed before in my life. During an intense hour or two of prayer, Bonnie's favorite, one of the members of the group began breathing heavily in a hyperventilating sort of way. Okay, I have experienced that. I just want you to know. Not of me, of other people I was around.
Yeah, I've had panic attacks.
It was very concerning, and after about a minute, she stopped. There was an eerie silence, and then she suddenly spoke with a different tone of voice than we were used to hearing from her. She had seemingly become a vessel for the Holy Spirit to speak through. It was honestly terrifying, and I wanted to leave. And as the, quote, Holy Spirit addressed different people in the group, I thought, please don't say anything to me. Please, please, please don't address me. And I, of course, since I was important in the group, I was spoken to about what exactly I don't remember. Oh, damn you. What I do know is that it was terrifying. I had experienced other prophetic moments in my time, but they were like comforting and personal.
Yeah.
This experience gave me anxiety. The session ended, and Chad seemed very pleased with the event and felt like he needed to keep pushing to experience more of these prayer times. We continued to meet on Thursdays, and the ministry soon outgrew the church. What a shock.
Wow.
And led to a mass exodus of the college-age people from the church for Chad to start his own hyper-spiritual church.
Wow.
Fuck that. I could go on, but I will keep this little alarming story here for now. Thanks for your podcast. It's exactly what I need in this season of life as I deconvert and figure out who I am. Oh my.
Wow.
So that's the shit. Like, I experienced so much of that stuff, like people shaking.
But that's Ouija board stuff.
I know. That's exactly what it is. It's exactly like stealing from the spiritualist side of things and saying, but it's of God.
Yeah.
Get me a break. And you know what else is of God? We can't be here. We need to start our own church.
Right.
We know better. Let's do that. Oops, we need a lot of money. Oops, I should be the leader.
Hey, how do I get tax exempt fast?
I am going to write Kanye. I am going to find this out. My God.
Oh, golly.
All right, guys. Send us your delightful stories. We enjoy reading them. And have a good week. And, peace.
Bye.